Welcome to Nails Yap podcast. So today I'm joined by Sophie.
Hello.
And we're going to talk all about brands, how to choose a brand, whether you need to even choose a brand, how we got to use the brands we're doing, what we look for in a brand, what we like, what we don't like. So thank you so much for joining me.
It's alright.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just chilling. It's a warm day, it's a bit muggy, but you know, we're here.
It's muggy.
It is muggy.
It is so muggy. The whole week is muggy though, and also when the sun comes round, we're not bad now because it's overcast, but normally when the sun comes round, about 5 p.m. that the sun directly hits my clients in the window and it's like a magnifying glass and everyone's sweltering and I feel so guilty because I'm like, there's literally nothing I can do.
You're in a greenhouse.
You're in a greenhouse. I can't put a blind down, I can't get you a parasol, I don't know what to do other than apologise.
Oh dear.
Just give you water. What have you been up to anyway? How is life treating you?
It's been good, thank you. Just been busy working really, doing nails. the usual. Doing nails as you do. No, I've had a really busy week. I've had a fun week though.
Yeah.
I've been on a course as well, so that's something interesting.
Do tell.
So I've been on the pedicure course on, was it Monday? Tuesday this week. So that was interesting.
How was it?
I really enjoyed it. It's a really great treatment to get started in if you've never done it before. So.
I always see it and I'm so intrigued by the whole concept because I don't do that many pedicures. Not because I don't want to or anything, it's just not something I advertise.
No.
And then I think with my setup, there's a girl in the back and she's got a lash bed in her room, so she just does it on the bed and it's like a dream. Whereas here I sort of end up really crouched over and stuff. But sometimes my clients are like, Laura, can you do pedicures please? Because I'm like, yeah, I can, just book one.
I think you can do it on a bed. Some people do it on a bed because it's about, people lie on the front, you then just get the callus tonic on it and it feels a bit nicer than sitting in a chair with your foot.
Yeah. I think my area of the salon is the best bit of the salon in terms of natural light and just my space is really good. But I am jealous of the other girl who's got a bed in her room because just for pedicures it looks a dream. She literally just moves her chair to the end of the bed and sits at normal height and just does the toes. Pop that in the lamp for me. So when are you actually starting to offer the treatment? Are you
pretty much straight
the ground running?
Yeah, well, I've already done pedicure training, obviously just your standard one, so it's more just getting used to the products and their way of doing it rather than you're not
learning from scratch.
Yeah, so
that's what I love about when you do a new course and you're upskilling rather than learning something new. You can just pick it up easier, can't you?
I think if I'd obviously not done other training prior, I would definitely consider practicing a bit more, offering maybe a model, that sort of thing to get started. But I feel like I've done my bit.
Yeah, no, I love that. I haven't done a training course for a while now. The last one I did was November. I did the extensions training with Nail Order, and I just love training. It's so good, isn't it? Yeah. I love when you go on a course day and you meet other people.
Is that a mini pot?
Yeah, so this is the HONA True Sculpt trial kit. It's really cute. I don't know what size it is because it doesn't tell you how many grams, but it probably does on the website.
Probably about 10 grams.
It is the cutest little pot.
Oh, I've only ever seen the big pots.
They actually sent me the course to do as well, but I've not had time to do it yet, running a business, planning my day, starting a podcast, all of that. So I'm just going to use this one on you because I know how to use this one. This one's the core one, but there's also the express one and there is also the fibre, which I'm really keen to try, and that's a pinkier colour as well. I'm not even sure what colours they've sent me because it's not labelled, but this one's a really nice nude colour. So hopefully you like it.
If it's nude, then that's my favourite.
Shall we get into the podcast?
Yeah.
Let's roll the intro and we'll get yapping.
Welcome to Nails Yap, the podcast where I do people's nails and we have a good old natter. I'm Laura, I'm a nail tech, and after years of hearing the funniest, deepest and most random chats, I thought, why not turn it into a podcast? Whether you're a fellow nail tech, a client who loves a good catch-up, or someone who's just nosy about the beauty world, you're in the right place.
So, do you want to tell everyone listening or watching a bit about you, how you got into the industry, how long you've been doing nails? Just give us a little rundown.
So I have been doing nails for about 2.5 years now. I've been only doing it, like, I say seriously, for the past year. So I only started in the salon literally 13 months ago, so just over a year ago. And before that, I just used to do it on friends, family, just as a little side hustle. And I'm also at uni, so it still is kind of like my side hustle, but it has become more of like a passion as the time has gone by.
I always forget you're still at uni. That is,
Yeah.
It's so cool that you've got something, like, you've essentially got a job lined up for afterwards if you want it.
Yeah, well, it's not always the case with uni stuff, so may end up just doing nails.
No, that's what I mean. Like, it's so cool that if you get out of uni and you're like,
I'm multi-skilled, what
you
can I
could,
say?
yeah, like, you could just go into nails if you wanted, or you could get a career in your degree. Like, I love that you've got, like, the options.
Yeah, well, it's just
really cool.
It's just one of those things, and I got into it purely because I used to get my nails done. I feel like most people obviously have gotten their nails done, if they, you know, and then you get, you know, you fall into the trap coming back all the time. And then, yeah, so when it was COVID, I started doing my own, obviously with, you know, don't hate me for this, but
Let's not chat about the brands.
with the Amazon stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously don't do that if you are thinking about
Taylor's old as time, isn't it? I feel like so many of us started there, but
yeah.
we've moved on from that now. We're real professionals.
Yeah.
Fab. So, obviously, we're going to be chatting all about brands today. So, let's start with you. Which brand are you using right now?
So my main choice is 20. I still have some leftover gel bottles, you know. They're still there, you know. But I primarily choose 20 Pro, whatever.
Yeah, is it? Do they go by 20 or 20?
I call it 20.
Either.
Obviously their website's 20 Pro, but I think it's just, yeah, 20 Professional, 20 Pro, whatever.
And I've never used anything by 20, but they've always really caught my eye recently, because I just keep hearing such good things and seeing other people using them on sort of social media and what have you. So, how did you find them? How did you land on 20 as a brand?
So at the salon, before we all sort of changed to renting and bringing our own products, the salon stock used to be gel bottle and 20. And I'd never heard of 20, and this was like last year. I was thinking, what on earth is this? What the hell?
Were you like, is that like a really cheap, like, just random brand?
No, I just thought it was a bit of an indie brand almost. Like,
yeah.
I'd never heard of it, and I followed them on Instagram, and at this time they didn't have the greatest, not reputation, but they just didn't have
didn't have a presence.
They didn't have a presence, they didn't have a huge following, and I think in the last year they've really grown as a brand, and they've also introduced so many different products, and they've really
Have they done a rebrand?
Not really. They've not rebranded as such, but I think they've
just invested in marketing, and now people
they've
they're on
invested in
radar.
sponsored ads.
No, honestly, because I always see like videos of even just the bottles looks. I don't know, you shouldn't choose a brand based on just the look of it, but the bottles look so nice, and
Oh yeah,
I just keep hearing great things
everything's
about
pink.
everything.
Like not bright pink, but like dusky, rosy pink.
Because if they brought out a hard gel recently, is that
Yeah.
a recent launch?
So they brought out, I think maybe 2 months ago. Oh, I'm trying to rack my brains. Their hard gel, which is called Sculpt and Boost. So they're like builders, as you call it, like their soft gels are called Build and Boost and Flex and Boost. So like,
and it's so funny trying to keep up with what each brand calls what.
It's just a builder at the end of the day. I think obviously they're sort of medium or to like low viscosity. They're very, very like, some of them are quite sheer.
Right.
But
I love a sheer gel.
Yeah.
Love a sheer gel. Especially like under a chrome. Someone the other day asked me actually, could they have a clear builder with a chrome on top? Because she was like, I want it to look like jelly-ish, like really see-through.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah. So the brands I use are a mixture. So I use HONA and I also use Nail Order. And basically same as you, started off with the gel bottle. I think everybody starts with the gel bottle because they've got such great marketing. There's a lot of courses by them. Before I started like trained to be a nail tech, I followed them as a client on Instagram, and I was always looking for inspo, and I think a lot of celebs have like tagged the brand and things. And it's just got it had such a good reputation when I first started out as being like really cool, really trendy. It had great retention. There was all these things that as a nail tech starting out, I was like, that is what I want from my brand.
They had loads of colours.
Yeah.
And they had everything that you could have wanted. But I think some of their marketing was very clever in a sense that they advertised it and then it quickly took over acrylic. I think sometimes brands have demonised acrylic.
Yeah.
And demonised other products to improve that, obviously that, to create a gap in the market and be like, acrylic's really bad for your nails. Yeah,
like you said, brands sort of saw that gap in the market of like, this is an alternative to acrylic, it's better. There was a mass shift over. And I think as a nail tech starting out around, like not too long after that, I was like, well, obviously I'm going to buy the gel bottle, of course. It was the first thing I did after I got my certificate. Like that same afternoon, I got home, I went straight, I hadn't even posted online my certificate and been like, woo, I've done a course. The first thing I did was get home, go online and create an account so that I could place my first order. And then sort of not too long after began hearing little things. And it sort of pricked my attention up a little bit and I was like, oh, okay. And then I already followed HONA and they were like, I can't remember, I think it was like the winter of that year. And they were like, we are introducing our HEMA-free range. And I was like, ooh, okay, I'm interested in that. I want to try it. But I remember at the time thinking, I don't want to go through like the Christmas period with a new brand because I haven't got time for repairs and teething issues and what have you. And I was like, I'm going to get through Christmas and then in January, I'm going to invest and start the switch over.
Yeah.
And then my mum messaged me a couple of days after Christmas and she was like, my nail feels really weird. Can you come and have a look at it? It's sticking up at a funny angle. So I went round to her house, removed it, and she developed an allergy.
Really?
Yeah.
What, to the gel bottle?
To the gel bottle. And I honestly was gutted because I felt so guilty because I knew there were like murmurings in the industry of like, it was still at that point, when some people like, no, it's all hearsay, it's people scaremongering. If you apply it correctly, there's not a problem, there's not a rise in allergies. And then the other half of the industry was like, there's a rise in allergies, we need to all be aware of it as nail techs, we need to act. And I felt so guilty. I can't remember when HONA released their collection. I want to say it was the Pure Build. And I want to say it was like maybe the September, October. It was definitely just before Christmas, not that long before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was aware of it, I was ready to switch brands and I just wanted to get through Christmas. And afterwards I was like, I put so much I just made myself feel so guilty because I thought if I'd have switched in September, she wouldn't have had this problem, or October, or whatever it was, she wouldn't have had this problem. And I felt so guilty, but that just kind of, for me, then I was like, there's no questioning, I'm switching brand.
Yeah,
I cannot have this happen to a second person, I'm switching. So I immediately started the shift to HONA. For the majority of my clients, it was great. For some of them, I just couldn't get it to work, which was when I then started trialing out some of Nail Order's builder gels. I had really good retention with Nail Order's builder gels on my problem clients. So now I use a mix of both brands, but for most new clients, I put them on Nail Order just because their Angel it has great retention. And I love that it comes in a pot. Like, it's just my favourite thing ever.
Yeah.
Does 20 have pots?
So the hard gel, they have pots, but their builders, they don't. It's still like in a bottle, but their brush, I really like their brush.
Is nice.
So the brush is rounded at the top. So it fits really nicely into sort of like near the cuticle area.
Yeah.
I just really like it, to be honest.
It is so funny, isn't it? As a new nail tech, you don't think that will ever be a factor, but of course it's a factor. Of course the brushes are a factor in what brand you want to use, but you would just never think to check.
I think it's all the little things that add up. So obviously, you have to first obviously see what a product is like, but then it's all the extra things that you know, their ethics, like how the brand is.
No, I think ethics is a massive one, and when I first qualified and looked for a brand, it was not on my radar at all. And it sounds it doesn't sound silly, I'm probably being harsh on myself, but it just wasn't a factor. I wanted the cool brand, I wanted the brand with loads of colours, I wanted the brand that was popular on social media. I never thought about what's the customer service like, what are the returns like, how do they deal with problems, can you contact them if there's a problem?
How do they deal if you get an allergy?
You would never ever consider that as a new nail tech, but it's so important.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it is, isn't it? It's the morals of your brand as well, and I think actually, as nail techs, we should be looking into that when we're choosing a brand. How are they going to respond to problems? Even just like HONA and Nail Order, to be fair, they both have amazing customer service.
Yeah, I have
amazing.
Heard that.
So what did you consider when you were choosing to go with 20? Did you have specific sort of criteria in mind?
No, it kind of didn't really happen in a way that I'm going to switch immediately now. It was more of a I think I said before, I discovered them through working at this salon.
And you just liked them.
And I tried out their products and I thought, ooh, this is interesting. Obviously at that point I'd only ever used the gel bottle, and I was intrigued to see what the difference would be.
Yeah.
So for me, I tried it, I liked it. Obviously we all have teething issues, but I did a bit more research into the brand, and I just I like the packaging, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Their colours are really good. So I had found that obviously I'm not just comparing everything to the gel bottle, but when you'd only use one brand prior.
Yeah, I think it's hard not to compare to the gel bottle because that's what most people start out with. That's what you start out with, don't you?
So you know that it's a good comparison, but I find that the pigment was a lot better in their gel colours.
Oh wow.
So you wouldn't have to go in with 3 coats, which obviously saves time.
Yeah.
I found that their builders, there was a few different retention issues, but then it was sort of solved by using an acid-free primer or underneath, which
anytime you switch brand, you're going to get teething issues, aren't you? Yeah.
And their brand isn't totally HEMA-free, but they have HEMA-free products. But their HEMA-free products are similar to HONA, similar to Nail Order in the sense that they're free from the 4 main allergens.
Yeah.
Or not just free from HEMA, because obviously people say HEMA-free and then just change it to dihema.
Yeah.
Which is just a longer molecule of HEMA. So it's not as easily absorbed, but if you're sensitive to HEMA, you really need to be careful.
Because you have a lot of experience in this, don't you? Because you've got an allergy yourself.
Yeah. So, but I just really like it, and I like that they're based in the UK. Yeah,
that is another factor, isn't it? It's really good to sort of support British businesses and know where your products are being poured and developed.
Some businesses are, not to name names, but they're British businesses, but they don't manufacture in England or Scotland or Wales or wherever.
Yeah.
It's either Chinese which there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just, you just have to know what the difference can be in terms of laws in that country.
Yeah, and also whether the factories are charging cheap rates and therefore cutting corners and ingredients list, because I know there was an issue at one point with one of the brands, one of the bigger brands. Somebody got it independently tested and what was on the SDS sheet didn't match what was actually in the bottle, and which is so scary.
I've also seen that, as well as also reports that they're advertising that you're getting maybe 20 mil, and then there was a
lawsuit, wasn't there?
There was a lawsuit about actually probably only getting 3/4 of what you're being sold.
It's so not, and that's the thing. At the start, I was not thinking about customer experience, but I can hand on heart say now, HONA and Nail Order would not do it. They wouldn't rip you off as a nail tech because they're so community focused. Obviously, they're businesses and they're there to make money themselves as well, but they also know what nail techs want and have the nail techs at the heart of everything they do. And
it's just silly that people would you know, think they could get away with, you know, not filling their products and people not noticing.
Yeah.
Obviously, mistakes happen in terms of, like you said, when you get sent
Yeah,
bottle, like that, and they put their hands up and admit to that. But when people are long-term thing and thousands of people have been sold short, you know, that's when there's problems.
Yeah, definitely. So kind of aesthetics, actual products. Were you bothered about like the viscosity of like the builder gel and things like that when it came to choose like landing on your brand, or?
Viscosity was an issue. I would find that with 20 and other brands that I tried, the viscosity was a lot thinner. Because also HONA is used as, I think it's used as a thickening. It thickens the product
as well.
I don't count me on that, it could be wrong, but I have heard that it does make it more thick. But yeah, so like going from more of a high viscosity to more of a medium to low, I just had to find how to adapt my method. But I did have some issues and I did contact 20, like again, customer service coming back in.
Yeah.
And they were so lovely and like recommended their best tips for retention. And like, you could message them on Instagram and they'd reply, you know.
Yeah, I love that. Like an accessible brand.
Yeah.
You can't beat it, can you? And once you switch from one that like you don't even get a like on an Instagram story if you tag them like every day for 2 years.
Well, yeah.
And then you switch to like one who like they're championing you, they reply back.
They comment on your posts.
Yeah, like it's a dream.
Yeah.
It's a dream, isn't it?
Like, no word of a lie. It sounds like I'm a big 20 stan, but I do really like them and what they...
I think you've got to stand the brand you use though, because if you don't believe in it, why should your clients trust you? That like I think every nail tech should genuinely, with their whole heart, believe that the brand they use is the best ever, because then you're giving your clients what you think is the best ever.
Obviously, there's more things that I've not tried, so like I can't say that it's...
I'm like that. I've never tried 20 and it does intrigue me, and like
they do trial
I am tempted.
Now.
Yeah.
They've just brought out a trial kit.
The only thing for me I would want to know if it's compatible with the lamp, and that's why, because I've got HONA's Cube, and I know that Nail Order did a test on it and confirmed that their gels were compatible in that lamp, so I know that my lamp's fine. I know it's controversial because some people are like, no, it's a scam from the brands, but I'm just very much like, I'd rather do it by the book because then my insurance is valid.
Yeah, your insurance says that you need to use the lamp and follow the guidance of the manufacturer.
Of the brand, yeah.
You've got to follow it, otherwise if you have any issues then you will not be covered and you will be liable.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like a lot of nail techs I do here and like at events I've heard people say before, you know, it's scammy, like my lamp's fine, like, you know, it's the exact same lamp, and then brands on the other hand are saying like, oh, it's about the bulb placement, it's not just about the wattage and etc etc. And I can see both sides, but I just think I'd rather be covered. Like, why risk it? And especially after my mum got an allergy, I'm just not risking my client's health. It's just non-negotiable to me. And maybe I'm getting ripped off by brands who are making me buy an expensive lamp. But either way, I got through, like when I used to use cheap lamps early on, I think I got through like 3 in 6 months.
Yeah.
And then like I've had this one because I was part-time for a while. So in January it'll be 3 years and then I'm going to replace that one. So do you think aesthetics matter when it comes to choosing a brand?
It helps. However, I'm not a full, you know, I don't die on the hill that it has to be pretty.
Yeah, I'm like that. It's sort of like, if your brand is reliable and they've got great education and support and you're getting the retention you need and it happens to look gorgeous on your shelf, brilliant.
Yeah.
But if you pick a brand just by aesthetics, I did that at first and it didn't work out well for me. So
I just think
I'll never do that again.
Being honest, at the end of the day, it's a bottle or a pot. And most brands, it's a black pot or a white bottle, or in 20's case it's a bit different, it's a pink bottle. But then Glitter Bells
is pink, isn't it?
Yeah. What other brands?
Yeah, do you know what? Like, it's not that big of a deal. And I always wanted to display mine on a shelf behind me, but to be honest, I think it'd do me head in getting all the dust. The sun, the dust. I've ended up not doing it. What I want to do instead is put up, have you seen them IKEA? They're like, advertise the office things with the little holes in. That was the worst description ever.
They're not like a picture shelf.
No, it's like a board and it's got little holes in. And there's got a whole range.
It's kind of like a pin board, but
like
a metal.
Put things in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another nail tech and she's either called Jay's Nail Edit or Jay's Nailed It. I can never work out which one it is.
Okay.
I always say it wrong anyway, but basically, she's got it, and she's got the black versions of those shells, and she's got all her retail on it, and it looks sick, because I didn't realise. They do little hooks and everything, so I've got, like, from Nail Order, the little keysies.
Where you, like, lift a can open
Yeah,
or something.
so I've got those, and at the minute, they're just in a cupboard, and my clients don't even know I've got them. Like, I'm literally not advertising them. I've literally got money sat in the cupboard that I could be making profit on.
Well, you don't want to clutter your desk.
But I don't want to clutter my desk, so I really want to get one of them on the wall, because I can put my cuticle oils on there, I can just get all my retail on there. And honestly, hers looks so good. It looks dead professional. But yeah, I know what you mean about the bottles, because it's so easy to get caught up in the aesthetics of a brand when actually half the time they're in your drawers anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of brands, do you think nail tech should stick to one brand?
No.
No?
Hard no on that.
Hard no.
Hard no. I don't think... I mean, obviously, I can understand from the terms of, like, if you do one person's nails and then, like, it doesn't work for them, you don't want to have to be, like, soaking off, relayering and all the rest of it. But I think with the movement of, like, the nail industry's changing, it's not just about build a gel, biab anymore. It is about finding the right product that works for your nails. And if that's hard gel, if that's builder gel, if that's even just like a rubber based style, like you know, like flexi
Like
gel.
flexi gel, yeah.
You just got to find the right thing, and not all brands do the same thing, and no brand of hard gel is going to be the exact same.
Yeah, I think prescriptive manicures are the way forward, and it's something that, like, as an industry, it feels like has really, like, come to light. And I'd say, like, the past year, 6 months, and everyone now is like, right, no, I need to, like, really adapt my service to the client. And like you said, not every brand is going to do everything the best out of all the other brands.
Yeah.
So it's about finding kind of which brand does what, like which brand is the best at what thing, and then stock them.
Well, you might like, for example, the Angel or Angel. I don't know how people...
It's Angel, I think. Some people pronounce it Angel, but then they've just brought out Cinna Gel, and obviously they've got, like, the halo thing, so I think it's Angel. It's like Angel, Cinna.
Angel Builder Gel.
Angel, Cinna.
I don't know. but you might like that, because obviously, you know, that might be the best retention for you, but in terms of the builder. So you might like Nail Orders builders, and then you might like HONA's hard gels, you know.
Yeah, well...
There's a variety of different products, and there's so much on the market now. Like, I just don't think you should stick to one brand, because you might find something else from somewhere else. There's brands I've still not tried and I really want to try.
Yeah, there's so many brands out there, it would be silly to think that one brand can do everything the best.
Like, I just like 20 in terms of its all-roundness, but there's some of my clients that still don't like it.
How come?
Because they're like, it's just not as good as gel bottle.
Back in the day, like, when I got my nails done way back when, I mean, they were probably using, like, Blue Sky off Amazon or something, but... Another flashback. But I just didn't even pay attention to what my nail tech was using on my nails, whereas now, I think because of brands having such a social media presence, clients following for inspo, clients know about the brands and will ask about the brands more than ever, don't you find?
Yeah.
I guess pros of having multiple brands then would be...
You can tailor your experience. And like, obviously, you know, we all have problem clients. It would be daft to admit that no one has any problems.
Yeah, no, of course.
So
we all have problem clients. I've got one, and she is the nicest client ever, and it's so funny because she's always like, oh, you must hate me. And I'm like, no, you are, like, such a good laugh. Like, we always piss ourselves laughing every appointment. And I'm like, if you weren't as lovely, I probably would find you a bit annoying, because you are such a nightmare when it comes to the nails. Yeah. But she's the best person ever. But I feel so sorry for her, because she is a nightmare with the hairdresser, with her nails, she said with her brows, some stuff with her lips. Like, she said everywhere she goes, like, she is the problem client, and they have to adapt what they do to suit her. And she's like, I'm so sorry, it's me.
Well, there are people that have genuinely said to me, like, new clients, or even like, it's not you, it's not the product. Anywhere I go, no matter what they use, I have problems with stuff sticking to my nails. And just think it must be a certain, maybe like oily nail type, or something that doesn't work for some...
Or lifestyle, or that they've never landed on a service that suits their lifestyle. Yeah. That's the other thing, because how many clients, like we said before, just like want biab because it's popular, and their mate down the road's told them that biab is the best
ever.
Or
the colleague who gets it every time.
Yeah, but they actually might need a flexi gel, a hard gel, extensions, whatever. So would you say there are any pros to just sticking to one brand?
I think if you're starting out, obviously it can get quite confusing. A good way to say, like I could stick with one brand and still offer a prescriptive manicure. A brand that offers maybe a like a rubber base or sort of flexible base option, a builder, and then also a hard gel. I think you'd be hitting the ground running as a good all-rounder in that sense if they offer those things. I think if you're trying stuff and if you've newly qualified and you're like, oh, I don't know, I would just try little bits of each brand. Brands that offer trial kits and things is a really great way to start. HONA do them, 20 do them. I think Nail Order do one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've got a trial kit. I'm pretty sure Nail Order, I'm sure they said it in their podcast the other day, when you order their trial kit, I'm sure you get like a voucher back. And it like for your next order, so it basically makes it that you've tried it for free if you then go on to buy more products, which I thought was really cool.
That's quite a good incentive.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
But I do think if you are starting out or you're just not sure or you're using a brand at the moment that you're not happy with, just try loads of different ones, get the trial kits, maybe just buy one thing. I just think the main thing that is an issue is the lamps.
But one thing you could do is go and get your nails done by a tech that uses the brand you're interested in, because then you don't have to worry about the lamp and you can test the retention on yourself. Look on the website, they probably have a directory, or you could search like the hashtags, and a lot have online communities as well on like Facebook and things. Join that, ask who's in your area.
I definitely
go and get your nails done.
It would be nice as an idea if brands, I've seen it happen when people get sent trials, if they're like an online influencer, like a nail influencer and stuff, they get sent a lamp to trial. Like as in like they get sent products to try and then they get the lamp use for 2 weeks, for example. And then they send it back.
Rent a lamp.
Yeah, imagine if you did that. I think it would be amazing, and obviously brands could do that.
So what about tools? Because obviously we've chatted a lot about builder gel specifically. What do you think about tools? Are you loyal to a brand for tools?
I actually am, but it's only because I think I got mine in a sale.
So what tools do you use?
So I use Willow tools.
Oh, nice.
So I like their bits. I feel like bits you can go for.
Yeah, bits. I'm a bit of a bits like, to be honest. Yeah. I'll go to anywhere that'll have me.
I have tried. Actually, no, I have got a different tool. The Stylex tool. Really like Stylex.
I love Stylex. I love them. That's what I was going to say.
And they're really
I'm
cheap.
loyal to Stylex because they're really cheap.
They're cheap, but
that's who I'm loyal to for my tools.
I saw them online probably when I was buying new tools, and I probably just overlooked them before it all went viral. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, they're just cheap.
Yeah. My scissors.
And they don't look pretty.
My scissors are Stylex. Right, let's talk about tools then. So, your EFAL bits, loyal or not?
I use a similar bit from either Lucy Pastorelli or from Willow. So I think in Lucy Pastorelli it's called the glider. Yeah. And it's sort of like a tapered cone bit. Yeah. For my debulking. And from Willow it's called like the black willow. I used to love Ride or Die 5-in-1. I love a 5-in-1. I love a mini 5-in-1. So like
I used a mini one.
Have you not used a mini 5-in-1? Oh, I love a mini 5-in-1. So
just getting all the little areas.
Yeah. So I'd say like I have so many debulking bits.
And then nippers or scissors, loyal to the brand or not?
Oh no. No,
see, I am Stylex scissors all the way.
Well,
I love them.
I wouldn't be loyal to Willow. I am looking to change. I really like the Stylex loop tool, and I like the pusher end. Like you use a wooden stick. Yeah. But I use the pusher end of the Stylex loop tool to lift it up first before going in with some flame bits.
I love a flame bit.
Yeah, so that's...
I love a flame bit. That's basically all I use now is flame bits.
Yeah, I used to get like a pear bit, drop bit. I just don't use them anymore. Flame bits and like different like millimeter flame bits.
That's what I've not got onto yet. I did some like brush and mani training not that long ago, and they were talking about the recommended millimeters, and that's something I've never looked at. So I need to now go on and be like, right, what millimeters do I want?
Because some of them are like really like you can get a big fat one, and obviously. It doesn't. Yeah, like you can get really fat, sort of girthy ones.
A girthy flame bit.
Yeah, and obviously, like it's good to a certain degree, but it's not going to go and clean out the pocket as well. Yeah. But then also, if you go too thin on the other aspect, like if you've got a lot in that pocket sitting in there, it's not gonna come out.
So what about cuticle oils at the end of the service? Are we loyal to brands for things like that?
No. No.
Do you know what I really want to try? Mani Mousse. Have you seen that?
Like it makes your pictures look amazing.
Yeah, it makes pictures look insane. And I need all the help I can get with that. Are you ready for a quick fire round?
Yeah, hit me.
Most underrated product, just in the whole nail industry, it can be anything. I'm like this with quick fire too. I'm like, let me think about that for a long time.
I'm not good under pressure.
I'm not. I'm like,
underrated products.
Yeah.
No, because a lot of things are very rated.
Everything's rated, and rightly so. I'm going to dive in here. I was just going to ask them to you, but I'm going to dive in there and say primer.
Oh yeah.
I think primer, a lot of people, especially
Forget
like
it.
starting out, either forget it or think it's not important, or if the brand doesn't recommend it, then they're like, oh well, the brand doesn't say to use one. I have had way better retention of primer, and actually find that if ever there's a time where I've run out of primer,
it's not been as good.
And people come back, like for that week that I've ran out, I'll notice retention issues in the clients that come back later.
Yeah.
Like, I think primer works.
Is that like a brand's primer?
I've used the Nails one before.
Yeah.
Really liked that one. I've heard great things about the Mia Secret one.
Yeah.
And then I've also used the Young Nails Protein Bond as well. But the only thing with that one is, I think because it's an American company, it's so expensive. So there's like all the reviews were saying, oh, the bottle's tiny, but the product was great. And I was like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. It was like, they said like 8 millilitres or something. And I was like, oh, that'll be fine. And it came and I was like, oh my God, it's literally
tiny.
Minuscule.
Yeah, 8 mils tiny.
Yeah, so it went like that. Ordered that, so we'll see how I get on. And I forgot to put it on one of my clients' hands yesterday. Remembered and put it on the other hand. So she is going to be an actual physical live test of whether the primer works, because one hand's got it, one hand hasn't.
I
know, I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like mortified. And the client was just like, no, I actually love that we can test whether it works. She was like, I'm intrigued to be a science experiment.
She was here for it.
She was ready.
One product you'll never use again.
One product I'll never use again.
For me.
Yeah, you're like anything with humour in. Blue Sky gel polishes, or any, not just that brand, any off Amazon, like the shitty, like Miley, yeah, any like direct to consumer gel products, like non-professional gel products, would never touch with barge fall, especially if they're made in China. Just would never.
Any products I'd never use again. I'm trying to think. Branded brands of like your essentials. So like branded acetone, branded bloody couch roll, branded nail lint wipes.
Yes, lint wipes I would never pay for.
However,
brand.
One thing is, some people, I've never tried like, you know, HONA's lint wipes. However, apparently they are really good. But most other brands' lint wipes are like basically
the same as what you get at Shein.
Yeah, Temu Shein, but they've just put their name on and added about 15 quid.
What I will say is I do buy my gloves and I'm such a nail order stan for this episode. My gloves and my acetone from Nail Order, because they just have really good offers on. Like, it actually is worth doing from
Another one on gloves. I do not cheap out on my gloves. No. I don't, so you might see when you go on like TikTok, people be like, buy 500 pairs of gloves for £11.99.
Yeah, why has that come up? It's not even on my nail account, it's on my personal one. It's like, do you need gloves? I'm like, why are gloves trending on TikTok right now?
So I actually buy a specific brand of gloves because I have found they don't rip. They are chemotherapy tested.
What does that mean?
So like you can handle chemotherapy, because chemotherapy, like obviously it's toxic.
Right, okay.
Like you can, like medical people use it to like make chemotherapy, and they don't get like burns.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
So it doesn't seep through acetone. It doesn't seep, because I used to get contact dermatitis,
of course,
loads, and I used to get like dry skin on these two fingers from where I was.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm really intrigued by this now, because I would never have thought of that criteria for gloves, but that makes so much sense. Yeah.
So I was getting all these problems, and I was like, what is causing this? And I ruled it down to like lots of acetone.
Yeah.
You know, for like dehydrating the nails. When you pump, I pump with these two fingers.
And
with a
lint,
and I'd literally have dry skin everywhere. I'd have contact dermatitis up my, like literally here on my wrist.
I'm trying to get better, because I often wear short sleeve things like this, and I really want to get some more long sleeve tops and only wear long sleeve, because I think I have a tendency to spill gel on my desk and then I will put my arm in it. That's such a good one though, branded Wouldn't pay for like branded lint wipes.
No,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
agreed.
pay for like branded
Foils.
No.
Branded
foils, branded lint wipes, branded acetone, branded nail files.
Controversial.
Yeah, very controversial.
See, I use the Ink London metal boards with the
yeah,
stickers
actually,
on.
if you're getting a nail board and sticker, then obviously get a brand. But like for
Yeah.
normal, regular, like if you're just using
one use,
I just get like, I wouldn't go for Shein. Shein is bottom tip. But I would go like on Amazon and get some, and they're
Fair
absolutely fine as long as you're getting the right grit.
Top coat that you'd take to a desert island.
I would actually say the 21.
Do you rate it?
The non-humour free one. It's really good. I have not used it on myself.
Yeah.
Their extreme shine, whatever. It's not
Yeah.
called extreme. Glass Snow White. That's what it's called.
Wow.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
very good, and it doesn't. Sometimes when you take your hand out of the lamp, and even if it's non-white, it can feel like
You feel a bit icky.
you have to wait a couple seconds for it to like cool
Yeah.
down. You're good to go.
Yeah, that's why I like the HONA one. I feel like it's shiny, it levels itself out nicely. I've tried other ones where the top coat almost like seems bumpy and I'm not like putting too much, like I'm using it the exact same way so I know it's the product,
and
not
it's
me.
it's quite runny, but it's really thin.
Yeah.
You don't get many air bubbles in it.
Love
and and it stays shiny. You know, you could dip your hands in oil
Yeah,
and it
come
wouldn't
out,
go
yeah.
matte or anything.
Yeah, love that. Colour that you'll never stop restocking.
Loops by 20.
What colour is that?
It's just a bright red.
Do you know what? I would say a little bit boring, but there's one that Nail Order do called I Do, and it's part of their like sheer nude range, and it's just such a gorgeous base.
Ooh.
And I use that on top of like my extensions because obviously they're clear, and then if someone wants like a French or something, I'm like, well, I need a base, and that is just the perfect base for everybody.
Is it glittery?
No, it's just literally.
Sounds like it would be glittery.
It's just sheer. So that I would never stop restocking because I use it so often. It's gorgeous on like just tours. It's just a good sheer nude, which is reliable.
Yeah.
So I'll always stock that. And then I'd say the Nail Order Black.
Yeah.
I've not actually got the white at the minute because I've still got a white art gel to use up. I hear good things about the white as well, but their black is amazing.
Ooh.
And also I'd say HONA's Stormy, which is like a cobalt blue.
But I'm going to actually add one more thing, completely random. Brill Bird Brush and Go 1, which is just the white for French.
Just white.
That is my favourite.
I've never tried Brill Bird, you know.
Oh, I love it.
I know. It's one of them brands that like you hear a lot about and I feel like I see it all the time, but I've just never played. I don't know why. I think for me sometimes if a brand's on my radar and they're like, I've heard about them,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Usually it's like if I get a sponsored ad at the right moment or if like,
You've heard loads about it.
yeah, like then I'll be like, right, go on then. And I just feel like I've never had that like final push for Brill Bird. I don't know why.
I think it's just been
Oh, do you
around
know-
for so long.
Do you know what it was? I remember ages ago when I first decided like, oh, I need some art gels. One of the other girls in the salon uses Brill Bird, but I don't think they stack up, do they? And I was like, I'm gonna get the HONA ones because they stack neatly.
Well, I don't like the HONA ones. Purely because they leak.
They do leak.
Even with the little seals.
Yeah.
I've had, and then they
do.
stick everything, so like
Yeah.
and they stick everything together. I've had to pull them apart.
Yeah, you can't like, even if they just go from your shelf or your drawer to your desk and back.
They leak down the side.
They do leak. The
I don't
packaging.
even know how it happens.
But I'll kind of cope with that for the fact that
I like their like chrome ones.
Yes,
They're
I've just
chrome.
bought because I'm doing my wedding nails next week, and I've just bought next week. Literally in 2 days.
Come in.
Girl, your wedding's less than a week away. I've just bought. It's called Polar, and it's part. I don't know which range it is. It might be like Celestial or something, but it's like kind of got a shimmer in it.
Oh, is
And
it
basically,
whitish one?
the
Yeah, I've
white
seen
one,
that.
and then you swirl it round, and it looks like a bit like pearly marbly.
Yeah,
kind
I've
of
seen
vibe.
that effect.
And I tried it. I've got a tip over there with it on because I practiced it on that and then held it and was like, do I want these wedding nails? And I do. So I'm really excited to use that. So yeah, I love the glitter ones. Any of like the shimmering ones,
Yeah,
especially the one coat ones.
I like their art gels. I just don't like the fact they leak.
Yeah, just the packaging.
Yeah, just
Valid, very valid. And then finally, brand that surprised you the most.
Nail Order.
Really?
Yeah. Just because, you know, I've tried their stuff. I don't use them as such just because I've found what works with like a lot of people anyway with 20, but I do like Nail Order.
Yeah, so you've had it put on you as a client,
Yeah,
haven't you?
I've had it as a client and I really liked it.
Yeah.
As a humour-free brand, I think they've got.
I think they've got the formulas down.
Yeah.
Like they really have. Like.
Whereas, not to be nasty to HONA, but they're lovely people and they're lovely brand, but I do think their products do need some work. So
they're relaunching the. Is it called True Build now?
True Build.
Yeah, I think I'm really interested to see like the fact they've cancelled Pure Build now and they're bringing out True Build. I feel like that feels like Pure Build 2.0. So I'm really intrigued. I really want to try. I tried to do the application to trial it, but it just kept coming up saying like you're not valid for this. So are you ready for a nightmare from the nail desk?
Yeah, go for it.
So I still haven't had a real submission. To be fair, I forgot this week to actually like shout out and try and get one. So ChatGPT saves the day again.
I ChatGPT everything. Like all my captions and things,
Yeah.
I've started ChatGPT.
It's such a good tool, especially if you like, do you ever get the things on, what's it called? Is it Threads? Like Instagram's version of Twitter?
Instagram Threads, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go on it.
There's people on it like, it's like, here's how to get the best out of ChatGPT, and it'll say like, instead of saying, write me a caption for this, it'll say like, say, and then it'll tell you what to put in to get a better response.
Yeah, well I'm always like, more friendly, more concise, less.
I always say less cheesy, and I'm like, does it even know what cheesy is? But stop writing so cheesy. Like, be human.
I feel like, you do it and then you tell it to do it and you're like, less this, more that. Like, I feel like I'm shouting at it.
No, I'm like, please, very thank you so much, because I just think if the robots become sentient, I want them to like me.
Yeah.
So that I don't get murdered.
I'm like,
I've seen our robot too many times.
Mention less of this.
Now.
Yeah.
So, I'm super new to nails. I'm really eager to get clients, but I think I messed up my pricing setup. For my first 5 to 6 appointments, I gave everyone a 30% new tech discount because I was so nervous about charging full price. Now I've started booking at standard rates, and my last client freaked out when she saw the final bill. She said, but you promised me discount, even though it's never been in writing, and she's asking for a retroactive refund.
What's that?
Like, she's had the service, paid in full, gone away, and then been like, I actually want a refund.
A full refund or a 30%?
I think she wants the 30% back, because she's like, you said I'd get a discount and then you didn't give me one, so I want the 30%.
Yeah.
I feel awful and guilty, but I can't afford to eat a 30% loss every time. I want to raise my prices to reflect my skill level. I've been practicing non-stop, but I don't know how to communicate that to clients, especially the ones who thought they were getting a deal. Has anyone navigated this discount to full price transition smoothly? How do I handle refund requests without alienating people? And how do I set up a pricing structure that feels fair for them and for me moving forward?
Ooh, good one.
That's a good one, isn't it?
It is. First off, not to be horrible, but sometimes, especially as a new person, you put a discount on, yeah, fine, but you need to make your terms absolutely clear cut. If you're doing an Instagram post, be like, introductory offer, be like, T's and
first
C's.
10 clients,
in like,
first appointment, first 2 appointments.
Yeah, you need to make your terms really clear.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you're new to it, unfortunately, sometimes cheap prices attract cheap people.
Yes.
I find that, some people will only go and they will literally hop from, they might not be loyal to you. They will literally say, oh, you've got a deal on, deal's ended, right, next person, next deal.
You're right.
And God loves a trial, everyone loves a bargain. I love a bargain too, but
I don't love a beauty bargain, me.
No.
I'm scared that they'll be shit. If I would never go to someone who had like £10 eyebrows, because I'd be like, what are you going to do to my eyebrows?
Rip them all off.
Yeah, like a hairdresser, like any beauty treatment, I'm like, I love a bargain, catch me in B&M every day, but not for my beauty treatments. That is my face. I'm not having a bargain.
I think I can understand if you're offering a new treatment, like I'm doing an introductory offer on the Ellen pedicures.
Yeah.
However, I have said basically I've been doing nails long enough to warrant my prices.
Yeah.
Obviously, if some people don't respect your pricing and your worth, I think they're obviously not the client for you.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're a beginner, it's really hard because you might be incredibly talented, but people will still they won't be able to look past the fact that you're still a beginner.
Yeah. I think it sounds like that person has, in the nicest way possible, perhaps not gone about it.
Yeah.
in the best way, in that communication hasn't been on point.
Yeah.
If you'd have said, oh, it's 30% off for the first month, it's 30% off for the first 10 clients, it's 30% off until I feel more confident, but then it will be this much.
Yeah.
It sounds more like you've just said 30% off discount to everyone. People have booked in under the premise they're getting that, and then on the day you've been like, oh, it's not 30% off anymore. So your client's probably confused and wondering why they're not getting the discount that they've booked because of.
Yeah.
So I'd say, lesson learned, just be really clear next time. Yeah. What I did when I started out was, because I had a booking system, and I feel like every time I do one of these questions, I'm like, get a booking system.
Yeah, it really just helps.
Helps, doesn't it? But what I did, I was on Fresh, and I'm sure the others all do that, is you could put like a sale price on.
For a time.
It would show, so you could set it for a certain time, but it would also show the client what it should be or would be, and then what it's like crossed out, isn't it? And I think that's a great way, because the client isn't, that they don't think it just costs 20 quid for a set of nails, and then suddenly like, what do you mean it's 40 now?
Yeah.
They understand that it's discounted.
But you charged me this much last time. Same with like when you put your prices up. Like I've just put my prices up recently. But as for the person asking for a refund, if you know yourself that you've not made it clear, like if I'm doing an offer like right now, I have literally put like until the 31st of July 2025, like I would even put the date, the year. You put this offer up and it was like, it's for July next year, you know?
People be chancing.
People will try it. You've got to be so clear cut about your terms, your conditions, and even if you have like, you know, when like adverts like T's and C's comply, you know,
so also, it sounds like serious, but then also it makes people take you seriously as well. Like if you put up the offer and go, it's this many clients, it's for this period of time, it's for whatever, everybody gets one set of the treatment, one set. People know where they stand, people like that, people need boundaries. It makes you look more professional, and then there's just there's no confrontation.
And there's no grey areas.
Yes. Because the client probably thought, oh God, I don't really want to ask for a refund because that feels cheeky, but I did think it was going to be, because 30% on a £30 set of nails is a tenner. Like,
it's 20 quid. 20 quid nails is not
now 30. They might have just been like, especially if it's like the end of the month, they've budgeted for the month, they think, oh, booked in my nails, it'll be 20 quid, and then you're like, oh, it's 30. They might be like, especially if they're like living paycheck to paycheck, they might not have the extra tenner right now. They might be like, oh shit, now that's going to impact my food shop or my this and that. So.
And I do think as well, like, obviously, if you know in yourself that you've not quite made it clear, if you know you had and they're just trying to pull a fast one on you, if they're trying to pull a fast one on you, you've listed
set your boundaries
and just say, no, I'm not refunding you, I made it clear, and you've just basically taken advantage. However, if you haven't, then I do think perhaps you should accept you're in the wrong and give them like the 30% back.
I think give her the 30% back, say, I'm really sorry if it wasn't clear, this offer is now expired, and then just your next treatment will be X amount of price, would you like me to rebook you back in, if you haven't already rebooked her. And then I would just say, like, going forward, make your terms and conditions really clear.
And they'll then take that with what they want. They'll either take it and run with it, like, and not come back, or they will just return and accept it. I think people are very much like, especially like when you put prices up or something, they're like, oh my God, and then like that initial shock is then gotten over with, and then just like, oh, I need my nails doing, like, I want it.
Everything's going up, and I know like when you do price increase, it's like, oh God, it's another thing, and everyone's going to think, great, another thing that's increasing in price. But ultimately, you're putting it up less than the price of a coffee, and people are still going out for Starbucks all the time. So they will find the money if they value the service. You've just got to do it. But again, like you said, price increases, it's just be clear, when does it start from, what are the prices going to be, job done.
And what does it affect, literally. I think that's the main thing, and I think that's for any price increase, deal, offer, whether you're new or not, like, you've got to be clear.
Got to be clear.
Or if you're doing like anything, promotion.
Even like vouchers, like I have like terms and conditions for my vouchers.
Like,
just because it saves aggro. Like down the line.
You've got to have terms. If you haven't, even if you're doing like, you know, a loyalty card, like after every 5 thing, like, you've got to put it in, not exchange for cash value or all these things you've got to think of. But if you just make sure you put it in there, like, people
cover your back, and then you know you can say, actually no, sod off. You're pulling a fast one here. I made it clear you agreed to this when at the point of booking.
I think you just got to back yourself. If you know you're in the right, then and you know.
And if you're not, suck it up this time. Learn from your mistake.
We're all
still
human.
new.
We do make mistakes.
Yeah, better to learn it now than later down the line. Could be on a more expensive treatment later down the line.
Imagine.
So, I know. So thank you very much for joining me. I felt we covered quite a lot there. It was really interesting. Where can everybody find you?
So on Instagram, it's literally just Beauty By Sophie O. I don't really do TikTok because I'm shy.
I'm shy.
I
don't do TikTok because I'm lazy at the minute.
I'm shy and I'm lazy. I don't really take pictures very often, but I do have. It's mainly Instagram. To be honest.
Beauty By Sophie O on Instagram.
Yeah.
Anything else to plug? New Elim pedicures.
Yeah, if you want Elim, whatever you want to call it, pedicures.
Yeah, I thought it was Elim. It's not, is it? It's Elim.
Yeah. The woman corrected us at the training. I was like, oh. But
It's
it
good
does
to know.
sound like Elim. Like,
Just when you see it written down.
yeah, get your feet all, get your crusty,
Get your crusty,
stuff.
crusty dusties.
Yeah, you won't be crusty after
Whizzed away. Sounds tempting, to be fair. So let's have a look at your nails.
We've got the lovely chrome.
Beautiful. Do you want to put them a bit closer to the camera? I don't know how zoomed in it is. So we have gone with a
Clear chrome.
clay chrome. I have used the one I always use. It's
Magpie.
I use it that much that the name's rubbed off the side of it, but it's Magpie's Bridie.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
I always thought, I feel like I'm low-key a bit dyslexic. I always thought it was called Birdie.
Maybe it is.
It's probably
Maybe I need to
Bridie.
confirm that.
Birdie, Bridie.
I remember using it on my friend when she got married, and she was like, "Oh my god, it's Bridie."
It'll be
That's so
Bridie.
cute, but like maybe I just took her word for it.
What
It might be Birdie. Well, Birdie, Bridie, whichever. Magpie Chrome, love that one. And then the overlay was HONA's hard gel, and I used
Core.
the core one. And I don't know what shade it
I
is
think
because it's a sample.
I think it's like,
I think it's just nude.
it's not
maybe.
called, I think it's called nude, like nude rose or something, because there is a natural one which is like a sheer clear pink, like, you know, like the baby pink
Right, okay.
one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many they've got. Have they got clear ones as well?
Yeah, they've got clear, they've got that sort of pinky, sort of translucent-y one.
And then this one.
And I think they've got one more now. I don't know if they've got more.
Nice. So yeah, we've gone with hard gel overlay in a nice little rounded shape,
Yeah,
and then we're doing
like that.
chrome on top. No, I love that. You want us to infill it for a while, so
Yeah.
it should go out nicely.
Yay!
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And
It's
if
been
anyone
great.
would like to send in some Nightmare from the Nail Desk submissions, that would be amazing, because I would really like to get off ChatGPT and do a real dilemma.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend someone's written a message. No, we're all about transparency here. Yeah, I want to get off ChatGPT, get a real one in. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a subscribe, follow wherever you get your podcasts, and head over to our Instagram and give us a follow there as well. Thank you.
Fabulous.
Bye.
Bye.